3 to the power of 6 is 729 and 6 factorial is only 720. So it's the first.
This is 720. What about this one?
729.
So it is not true, no?
It is.
It's not true.
Oh wait, no, it's not true then. It's the third question. Third answer.
Okay. So since this is true for n equal to 7, three raised to the power 7 is less than 7 factorial. So this is true. And for this thing greater than or equal to 7, this is true. For k greater than or equal to 7. Okay. Not less than. So this is the correct option.
So how is the fourth one correct?
No, he scribbled it, not me. So the third option is correct. And then just for checking 7, it's not going to prove that it's true for all values of n greater than 7. I have to do this one. Assume k is true for k, and then I have to show by 2 for k plus 1. And with the thing that it's true for 7, I can show that, I can prove that it is true for all values of 7, all values greater than 7 or equal to 7. So clear?
Yes, sir.
Bhavya?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? So assume for it's true for k, and then show it is true for k plus 1, and then check for n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. For 6 it is not true, for 7 it is true. Okay, once it is true for 7, and p of k implies p of k plus 1, then it's true for 8, 9, 10 like that. So it is true for all n greater than or equal to 7. Right. Okay, that NCRT book, that exercise problems, did you try to solve?
Yeah.
So everything is doable?
Yes, sir.
What about Allen sheet?
Sir, Allen sheet.
Okay, this is there in JEE main syllabus, mathematical induction. Advanced I have to check. But mains it is there, you have to solve these problems because mains you cannot leave.
Sir, 9th one I have doubt.
9th one. This one. You have to put values of n, no?
Yeah, okay.
N equal to 1. So you can eliminate the options. Okay.
Fourth.
For every natural number n.
No, not this one. The exercise 2.
This one?
Yeah.
We just now did, no?
Yeah, we did this, okay.
And we have done it. This one.
Yeah, we did this, okay. So no doubt then.
Okay.
I have 25, but I did that.
Yeah. If you know that one key result, then you can do it. See, the JEE means maths problems, they are repetitive. Okay. So important thing is to solve the previous year's questions. Last 5 years, last 10 years question papers. It's very important. Otherwise, in the exam, if you go and try to figure out for the first time,
Sir, exam we can do by direct substitution, right?
No, but sometimes it will not work. No, if there's option none of these, okay, then the will not work.
Okay.
So they also design questions in a smart way now because people are using that, so they want to eliminate that thing. So they will not do that. When you're doing at home, do by all possible ways, and then later you can figure out if there's something to work on.
24 as well.
For all n, summation of n. is less than this 24, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, summation of n is what is the formula? N into n plus 1 by 2, right? Summation of n is n into n plus 1 by 2. Yes or no? It's an AP. You can use the AP formula to get it, but there is a result that 1 plus 2 plus 3 so on up to n is n into n plus 1 by 2. So use that thing. Okay, let me check it now. What is happening? N plus 1 by 2 with all these options. So 2n plus 1 square by 8. That is the one that's common, right? So you just have to compare it to n plus 1 square by 8. Okay. So this is n square plus n. So to compare with 1 by 4 or 4n square plus 4n
4.
plus 1. So to compare with n square plus n plus 1 by 4. So this side is greater. So the sum is less than 2n plus 1. So option 1, 24 is 1. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have to just use this result. Sum of first n terms n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay. If you don't know this, you will learn it later. Basically in AP. Okay, so that you have to compare with whatever option is given.
Okay.
This is again an Allen sheet problem. Just for learning stuff will be useful. What about 31?
Sir, I think that is NCRT problem only.
Yes. But NCRT would have given the right hand side and then asked you to prove it. Here is given options. That is the difference. Right?
Yeah, so I just, sir, none of these is no option, so I just substituted and tried.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yes. But it's an Allen sheet problem. Okay. Okay, this also I think you can check by substituting, right? Positive.
So the answer is 31. The answer is 2, I think.
That's by substituting, right?
Yeah, by substituting only.
31 is 2. 31 is 2, yes.
This, I guess.
By substituting,
So
Yeah.
substituting, okay. Another way to do is, see, this difference between any two consecutive terms is AP, right? 1 and 3, the difference is
Yeah.
2. 3 and 6, the difference is 3. 6 and 4, the difference, 6
Yeah.
and 4, the difference is 4. The difference is AP. So you can get an expression for the nth term by the method I discussed earlier.
Okay.
You can get the expression for nth term by this method. Okay. So once you get the expression for nth term, if you put summation of the nth term, it might be broken into sum of n or n square or n cube. Okay. There are results like this, summation of
Yeah.
n is n into n plus 1 by 2. This is n equal to 1 to n, all natural numbers. So similarly, summation of n square 1 to n is n into 2n by 6. So using these things you can prove that thing. Once you have the term, let me just check it. This is what? 34, right? What about this one? So if you see the difference between the first term and the second term,
Sir,
and then the second term and the third term is a square. So it's a GP. Okay. So again the same method. Yes, and then you write
A
again
square.
yes,
Yeah.
not a square. Yes, just shifted by the right for one term. So this is equal to S, and this is also equal to 0 plus 1 plus 1 plus A, so on up to the nth term. Now we subtract these two. I get 0 equal to 1 plus A plus A square plus so on minus Tn. This is the n terms. Now we use the formula for sum of GP, that is A into minus 1 divided by A minus 1. So this is equal to the nth term, Tn. Okay, so this again I can write as this is nth term. No, nth term is 1. So the sum of the series is so now sum of series is Sn, which is sigma of Tn n equal to 1 to n. So it is 1 by A minus 1 summation of A raised to the power n minus n by A minus 1. This is again in AP, n equal to 1, right? Okay. So this is A raised to the power starts with A. So A is the power n terms. The first term is n. The first term is A here. The first term is A r raised to the power n minus 1 divided by A minus 1. So A minus 1 square into, okay, plus minus n, so n by 1 minus n. So option 2 is correct. See, sum of n terms of AP is A into r raised to the power n minus 1 divided by r minus 1. The first term is A, the second term is AR. What is the nth term? A raised to the power r, sorry, A into A into r raised to the power n minus 1. Okay, so this is the sum of n terms. That formula using, okay, so here A is 1, so it is 1, and then R is A raised to the power n, right? Number of terms is n. that is equal to Tn. And to get Sn, I have to summation of Tn. So A minus 1 is a factor which is independent of n, so that will come out. And then A raised to power n, I have to sum from n equal to 1. This is the second term which is not independent, it's independent of n, so this n will come. Okay, this is again in GP. First term is A, and then R is A, so it is A minus 1. So minus n divided by, so this is equal to n divided by 1 minus A. So n by 1 minus A, so this option is out. Okay, and this is the second term is A into A raised to power. So this option is also out. Okay, and this is A raised to power n minus 1. So if you take the minus sign, so this is the correct option. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Think about it. Repeat the notes. So this is one formula you have to use. Sum of n in terms of a GP. Okay, and the GP is of this form. The first term is A, the second term is AR, and then the nth term is A into R is to the power n minus 1. Okay, so that is the thing I'm using here.